when I was a 15-year-old kid, they were dancing around, and Prabhupada said that you take one step toward Krishna, Krishna will take 10 steps towards you. Then I looked it in the folio and I found out it was March 25th, 1971 in Bombay in a lecture he said that. And it became the catchword. Kavi Chandramani goes, I remember Shukadev saying that. He was from Hawaii. He was saying, yeah, it was all over the West Coast. Yeah. We would have never said anything in those days unless Prabhupada personally said it. That's where it was. And I remember walking home from the bus, on a Monday morning or a Wednesday night. It was a full moon night. I was looking up at the full moon, crossing the railroad tracks, going home to my parents' house. I remember as a kid, 15-year-old kid. What? Krishna's going to take 10 steps to a jerk like me. How quaint, how charming, how pacifying, how... Wow. Yes, Lakshmi Sahasra Sata Samarma Sevimanam, served by thousands of beautiful goddesses of fortune and below. But laughing and joking with his coward friends. And his coward friend is saying, Krishna, in brave Bhagavatam, my mother made this very nice preparation. You should have it. Really? It is so. And Krishna would expand himself and reach an antiphon. And the boy would think, I'm so lucky. My mother will be so happy. God was right in front of me. He doesn't turn left. He doesn't turn right. And he doesn't know. The boy next to him goes, Krishna, my mother made this thing for you. You should have it. Really? It is so? And Krishna expands himself and reaches in the tip to take that boy's very nice preparation. Krishna's in front of me. My mother will be so happy when she hears. And he doesn't turn left, he doesn't turn right, and he doesn't know the next boy said, Krishna, my mother made this very nice preparation. You should have it. Really? It is so, Krishna says. And expands himself and reaches. I'm so lucky. Krishna's in front of him. Just like Krishna expands himself to be by the side of each and every gopi in the rasa dance. Now, I was looking at that dance sometimes. Sometimes they have pictures of, the girls got Krishna in this hand and that hand. I was thinking, that must be very confusing. Hey, if this is Krishna, then who is this guy? So I like the photos when they're dancing, when they're not touching each other. It makes the illusion of Yoga Maya a little bit easier for that girl to relate to, right? But the coward boys, Sanatana Bhakti said Krishna expands himself at the time of eating lunch with all the boys. Wow. Vishnu Purana. Prabhupada quoted Vishnu Purana in the 5th chapter. So I looked, man, what about that? So then I was digging in the Nag publications, Vishnu Purana. Turns out that there was a pastime when the boys were playing, running as fast as they can to the bandir tree. And so one boy, they said, well, I'll touch Krishna first. No, you cannot go. I'll touch Krishna first. So while they were running like anything to touch Krishna first, then Krishna, seeing the eagerness, the utkanta, the eagerness of the boys, expanded himself into 5 forms to facilitate their touch. When they got to Krishna, they said, tell us, who touched you first? And then Krishna said, it does not matter which one of you would touch me first, because you've all come to be with me. And they all went, oh. Krishna is a puppet diplomat. I will not divide my friends. You are all important to me. So it's beautiful. This is the spiritual world that Prabhupada is inviting us to join by reading Krishna book, by reading Bhagavatam, by reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. Yes, this is the job of the householders, aside from paying the bills. Yes. As my godmother, one of my Shiksha gurus, Mahindadatta, told me, do I really know the heart of the person you live with? That said alarm bells in my head when he told me that in Vrindavan. Wow, all of our relationships, do you really know the heart? Because in the early days of this guy, who gives a damn whether you live or die? Who cares? You just work hard for Prabhupada, sell books, he'll break your rear, And, if you leave, well, it's, at least you did some service, if you die, at least you did some service, But who really cares about you? Who really cares? Sometimes you feel really bad about that. Sometimes devotees, they vote with their feet, right? If you don't get your love and affection, you vote with your feet, right? But we don't want people to vote with their feet. We want people to dance with their feet, right? We want them to dance. And how does that happen? In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya 25, 278, it mentions, Yari eka bindu pane, utvalita tonamani, hasigai kariye naratan. If you drink one drop of the pastimes of Gauranga and Krishna, you will laugh, sing, and dance in ecstasy. And you look at that shloka. This is a normal devotee, laughing, singing, and dancing. But that's all right. But in order to do that, we have to be a little atmarama. You have to prepare for that. If you want to dance and sing in ecstasy, you must get that nectar. You must prepare it. Therefore, you should seek the nectar that sustains you. I've been telling so many devotees, you brainstorm, you find it. You find it in the purports of Prabhupada. You find it in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat. You find Gauranga Katha that steals the heart. Manohar Shahi. That when I read this, it's wow. And I can transcend the corners of my house and my room. Yes, your little box, your insignificant box, God knows where. You can transcend that wall and go to Navadvip. Just like when somebody dies in Braj, my friend Ram Sevak does, about Lohitaksha when he left. He said, hey, did your friend take my medicine? Is the swelling go down? Well, he didn't take your medicine, Ram, but he doesn't need it anymore. Ah, brothers of that, made a ticket poj gaya. Bina ticket poj gaya. He is gone without buying a plane ticket. He is gone without buying a plane ticket. Yes, let us go by Chaitanya Bhagavat and Chaitanya Charitamrita and Navadvip daily without buying a plane ticket. Go there. Go to Vrindavan by Srimad Bhagavatam, by the Bhaktivedanta purports, by Krishna book. We would take hot milk and with bananas in the old days. Wow, those coward boys look like they're having a lot of fun. Wouldn't it be wonderful to go there? Wow. These were the days. We did all that, right? They don't have to stop. Just because you grow old and you got a couple of kids and a latchwa, or your kids are in college. You know, a lot of your households, the only vacation you get is when the kids are asleep. And by that time, you're already tired. But wait a minute. If it's something that's Manohar Shahi, if it steals the mind, then even if your husband or your wife reminds you of that sweet thing, well, even at midnight. I recently got a bhajan sung by Suman Bhattacharya about beautiful Ram and beautiful Shyam, written by Nasir Mahmud, which is a closet Vaishnava Muslimana Kavir in the 16th century. Gokulananda Sen mentions in 1850 that there were 43 Muslim Vaishnava Kavis, and they were closet Vaishnavas, and they wrote with great pleading for the Supreme Lord. Well, when I listened to that bhajan, the more I listened to it, and I got that bhajan at 2 in the morning in Melbourne, and I must have played it 20 times before that, and I play it sometimes in my puja, and it steals the mind. And the more you listen to it, like Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, it just pulls you in a little bit more than the last time. And you listen to it a few extra words you didn't. Recently, I was looking at the Vishtar at the end of it, and it said, Dharma Samai Pai Kilonam. At the time of giving up this body, I'll not get another body. Jabana Boli Keno Pai Kilonam. Why should they call me a Muslim if I don't get another body? Or another Bengali Vaishnava said, Telo Venadeti, don't ostracize me. Don't ostracize this Nasir Mahmud. Please, Sharana Dhanali. Please give me the shelter of your lotus feet. They were begging. So their external troubles in this world were kicking them and livening them to take shelter of the spiritual world. That's what they were doing in the 16th century. Householders, they were doing that. We have my wife and children and family and job and bills. Yes, but the real quality of a devotee, as I mentioned in 42, is Bahir Jati Viragaya. They're not externally aware. In Chaitanya Charitamrita Gauranga, this devotee, Vakashwar Pandit, was hardly externally aware. So Gauranga asked Shivananda saying, can you please help him in his household affairs, because he'll probably give everything away. He will not have anything for his house. So these were household devotees of Gauranga that were hardly externally aware. They were so absorbed in the holy name, so absorbed in dancing, and they were householders. So sadhu maragano gamano.